Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here again with a very familiar face, Vicki Freed, Senior Vice President of Sales for Royal Caribbean. And we're here on board Navigator of the Seas, which actually just got what Royal Caribbean calls a royal amplification. We're going to tell you all about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Vicki, here we are on Navigator of the Seas, which was one of your Voyager Class vessels, right?
And it still is a Voyager Class vessel.
I lose track. I mean, I think I was on the original Voyager, and then I was on a Freedom and Oasis Class, a Quantum Class, but here we are back on a Voyager Class. And exactly what have you done to as you said, as part of the Royal Amplification?
Oh, well, we've completely redone the entire ship, and not just new carpets and new bedding and all of that, which we have done, but we really added some new bells and whistles and some new features that have been very popular on the Oasis class ships, and so our guests are loving this. And for a short 3 and 4 day product, also calling on Perfect Day at Coco Cay, it's the perfect training wheels to get new to cruise to try us. And even people who have cruised before, what we're seeing is that they are cruising again and again. They like the shorter, more frequent vacations.
Yeah, well, in fact, we have in back of us one of those amplifications. It's this water roller coaster, which is called the...
I think this is the Aqua Blaster.
Aqua Blaster, yeah.
Several new slides. We have the slides where you go head first on the mats, and we have just a lot of different slides for the families, not just the kids, but the parents are loving it as well.
And you have a whole new poolscape. I know I've took a look at that. That looks great.
Yeah, lime and coconut, and the whole pool area.
That's the bar. You went all right to the bar.
I went right to the bar, but really that whole main area where the pools are. Right. Again, we have lifeguards at every single pool on every single ship at Royal Caribbean. We truly believe in safety, and safety is first. But all of our pool areas have been redone on board this ship, and it is really where people love to hang out. And I mentioned lime and coconut.
Yeah, well, I said I've been having a few drinks there like that because I was going to talk about the kids area, but you went right to the adult area.
Yeah, and there's great food venues there. Did you see Johnny Rocket?
I have already had a burger at Johnny Rocket.
Okay, and El Loco Fresh, which is our Mexican complimentary restaurant.
I got to go there still, but I'll get there.
And you know what? The guest feedback has been that they really like having the food areas right there at the pool, so they don't have to leave their chair and go into the windjammer or go into the dining room. They can have a great lunch and still be out in the sun. Now,
there are other dining and bar venues that you have around the ship that are new as well, right?
We have the Bamboo Lounge, which is on the Royal Promenade, which if you want those exotic tiki drinks and small bites, it's really a great place. Plus Playmakers, that's our new sports bar. Mm-hmm. And we introduced that on some of our Oasis Class features on our Oasis Class ships, and we're actually going back this year when the Oasis goes into dry dock. She's going to come back with the Playmakers, and it is the best sports bar, the best wings, fabulous food, fabulous. You see all the screens and lots of games. There's a pool table, there's a foosball, there's lots of different games on the table. It's really a fun place.
No, it is great, and I've not quite eaten there, but I've sat there and watched some games already. So
yeah, if you can eat 100 chicken wings in one seating, we will give you a t-shirt and we will applaud you. 100 chicken wings.
I'll tell you what, if you help me out, maybe we can get 100 wings. I don't know if I can do 100 wings. That's a little too much.
Yeah, no, in order for you to win this, you have to do all 100.
Well, it's a challenge. We'll have to give it a shot.
And then then we'll go to Ben & Jerry's, which is right across the Royal Promenade from Playmakers. So we'll go from one great dining venue to another.
Because you can't have wings without ice cream, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, any other new things? Well, actually, I do know one thing. You actually have something non-food. It's actually sort of a blow-dry hair place. What is it called?
To Dry For.
To Dry For. A good name.
We women are getting so spoiled with all the blowout bars that exist, whether it's the dry bar, and so we decided, women like to have their hair blown out, and it's so nice because we just do it all for you.
No, it looked great. Maybe I'll even get a blow dry. I'll have to see what happens. I'm losing the hair and it's getting grayer, but maybe it needs a blow dry. We'll see what happens. But and any other new venues that you've put on board?
Well, we've had Starbucks on the Oasis class,
Right.
and we have it on the Mariner of the Seas, and we just introduced a full-fledged Starbucks aboard the Navigator of the Seas, so that is definitely a big hit with our guests.
Yeah, everybody wants Starbucks. I don't know. Yeah, in New York I see it all over, but I guess you have to have your Starbucks fix, right?
You do, and I'm one of those people.
I know. I've seen you there. I've met you there a few times over the many years we've done conferences together. Now, I also know you have some other sort of activity type of things that you have, laser type things and some other things that you have on board that you are instituting on this ship as well as your others.
Yes, we're taking Studio B, which is our ice rink where we do ice shows and free ice skating times, but during some other times we're putting up the whole laser tag, and that has been a really great family fun place for the kids and the parents to hang out, and it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward. I'm going to take a look. I don't really know who to play with on laser tag, but I'll figure it out. I don't know, but it is amazing. You're basically taking all the experiences that you can have on the Oasis class quantum ships, and now you can have them on Voyager class.
Absolutely, and the guest feedback is when it comes to family activities, we still have, of course, our Adventure Ocean program, which is our kids program, where we have a lot.
I think my kids were in one of the first Adventure Ocean programs way back when. I think you helped get them on them way back in the night. It was amazing that they still have that program, right?
Yeah, and it's a great program, but we also know that times are changing, and parents want to also spend some quality time, not 100%, but some quality time with their kids. So that's why we have things like laser tags, and we have different activities that the family can do together.
Yeah, no, and that's great. Now, anything else you want to tell our travel advisor viewers about how they should sell this particular ship and what this whole amplification process is?
Well, when you have clients who are looking at the short cruise market, there really is no other brand to sell because of the fact that we've taken the best hardware and we've renovated it and Royal amplified it so that your clients are really getting a sampling of what today's Royal Caribbean cruise ships are all about. Because these are mini Oasis ships, and they're not so many. But
no. Well, you used to think these were big, right?
Right, and so what happened is we kind of turned the whole industry upside down by putting better hardware on the short cruise market. Because in the past, if you've looked at the rest of the industry, they have older vessels, and we were once in that category on the short cruise market. So they would deliver a fine experience, but they didn't necessarily grab the consumer into saying, I love this so much, I want to keep going cruising. And now with this class of ship on the short cruise market, people want to cruise again and again.
Well, Vicki, thank you very much for taking the time to fill us in on all that's new on Navigator to the Seas, the Royal amplification process. I mean, I know we've always been thinking about what happens when ships get a little older and you have a brand new model, and Royal Caribbean is constantly introducing brand new models of whether it's Oasis class, whether it's Quantum class, and then classes to be renamed. But how do you sell those old, I don't want to call them older ships, but how do you do that? And you've sort of explained that here.
Yeah, you invest $135 million in a ship to really renovate her and Royal amplify her, and that's how you do it.
Only $135 million.
Only $135 million.
Well, if you all have $135 million to invest in a ship, you can do a Royal amplification too. But please, thanks again, Vicki, for taking the time to tell us all about this. And we're right behind us is one of those Royal amplification is that coaster you can see right behind us and all the new water park. So this is James Shillinglaw and Insider Travel Report.